on that report by Amnesty International about allegations of human rights violations by the Iraqi troops. We're joined by Ahmed Alburai, who is a professor at Istanbul Aydan University. Thank you very much for your time. Amnesty International released a very damning report on the role of the Iraqi forces when they recaptured another major stronghold from Daesh, Fallujah. Are these human rights violations against Sunni Arabs expected, given the history of sectarian tensions in the country? And can this happen again in Mosul?
Yeah, the point is the Iraqi government should be representing the whole spectrum of the Iraqi population, but unfortunately this is not true on the ground. What's happening whenever the people escape the territories held by ISIS, they're faced by brutal revenge attacks from the government forces, and that's what the report just mentioned, after making interviews with more than 500 people who've been in detention under the government and the other Shia militias. So that's the big concern that the whole world should be worried about, that this could be repeated after Fallujah, Ramadi and other places that were liberated by this mobilization units. They call the Hashd al-Shabi in Arabic. They should be worried about this to be repeated in the Mosul battle now.
And what is the Iraqi government saying? Because the Prime Minister, Haidar al-Abadi, did establish a committee to investigate those accusations. What were the conclusions of that committee?
Yeah, the point is, again, what they say are allegations. They're saying that these are some isolated incidents, but the facts on the ground and the report states that this far away from being individual practices of some of the people affiliated to these militias or the government forces. The fact is, there are genuine, systematic, brutal attacks against the Sunni majority who fled the ISIS-held areas, pretexting that they're complicit in the ISIS attacks and ISIS crimes, which is not true. The people are victims of ISIS as well as the militias they're facing after they flee and escape these regions.
And so in your assessment, do Sunnis of Iraq trust the Iraqi government to protect them, to govern? And if not, how will this set back the fight for Mosul?
The point again, the Sunni factions in these cities do not have any kind of trust. Not because they do not want to trust the government, but mainly because he's a puppet. Al-Abadi is a puppet for the American administration as well as the Iranian regime. And he's doing nothing for the good of his own people. And that has been proved with his track record. If you go back to the practices of the Iraqi government in the past few months, what he did is nothing in favor of the people of these regions. The Sunni majority has been disenfranchised and marginalized. That led to the emergence of a group called ISIS. We should, as international community and neighboring countries and powers, they should look for the causes rather than the effects of the emergence of a group like ISIS.
Let's just hope that with the presence of humanitarian organizations, that doesn't happen again in Mosul. Ahmed Alburai, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.